So you know how it is, sometimes you just keep collecting stuff, you keep adding stuff, kind of hoarding things. This really came home to me a couple of years back when we downsized house. I'd really got so many different things that I got multiple of. So guitars, take bass guitars just for one thing. I had loads of different bass guitars, and because we were downsizing, we needed to, I guess, get rid of loads of stuff. I went to the tip so many times, and we sold furniture and all kinds of things that we had just accumulated over our whole our whole married life, really. So when we moved, I kind of set this personal principle that I was going to replace. I wasn't going to add, but I was only going to replace stuff. So, if better to have one lovely Fender American jazz bass than a whole bunch of cheaper jazz basses. And if I was going to have a new, somebody's really reversing close to me here. Oh, ouch! That looks close. Rather than just having kind of loads of stuff, I wanted to keep the number down, and if I got a new thing, the same thing, sell the old thing, sort of replace it. So exactly that same principle now after shopping yesterday. So the other week when I bought 5 new shirts, 5 old shirts went to the bank, and I bought 2 suits yesterday. And in fact, I'm getting rid of 3 suits, because how many suits do you need? And I've got too many old ones I never ever wear. So 3 suits going out for my 2 new ones I bought yesterday. So here we are, recycling bank. Okay, so the astute amongst you will notice that this is the weekend and this is the office. Having a couple of weeks ago kind of talked about how I try and avoid work at the weekends, this weekend has proven to be an exception. We've got one of those big tenders that have got to be submitted by 12 o'clock Monday lunchtime, midday, and I've been working on it on and off quite a lot of time during the course of this week. So that's meant that I've had to come in this morning and just do a little bit, not a huge amount, but do a bit to kind of get that all shipshape. I thought it would be worth talking just for a moment about qualification of proposals, because early days I did an awful lot of proposal writing, kind of big tenders, loads of effort. You put hours and hours into them. The one that I've just been working on today is around 4,500 words, something like that, and that's not necessarily a majorly big one. And before, when I first started doing that, I would be losing lots, putting these tenders into situations that I wasn't familiar with, they weren't familiar with us, and through that sort of pain, really, of losing tenders, I realised that people buy us because of relationship, and we really then built the business on sort of relationships, and still putting proposals into clients, of course, but not these kind of big cold tenders that are out there, are available, we just weren't winning them. And then the exception came, actually. I did a piece of work for a particular organisation. They said that they were going to put this tender out, and persuaded me to contribute to it. And the nice thing there was, though, there was pre-existing relationship, so it enabled me to qualify the thing much more readily. So for years and years we just stopped doing it. I refused to do them because we would never win them. It's the cold ones, that is. But now I've recognised where we've got sort of existing relationships with people, it is worth us putting that energy in. Sometimes it can be days and days of work, even weeks of work, of sort of effort that goes into writing some of these bigger proposals. But you know what? There's bigger prizes associated with some of them, and they're longer term, so they're great if you can can do them. So I think what I'm saying is this: if I cut down all this waffle and kind of be succinct here, what I want to say to you, if you have a small business, really make sure that you qualify any tenders that you're doing. You know, and what I mean by qualifying is really understanding whether you are a genuine potential. Are they just using you to make up numbers in the sort of proposal process in the ITT, or are they genuinely a company that know you and would be willing to use you as an organisation? And be confident that it's a real strong opportunity with connections, rather than just doing that cold thing. That would be my advice. You know, put your effort in a direction where you've got a chance, rather than kind of wasting your effort in areas where, you know, it's not going to come off.